Hey, what's up, everybody? Mr. BuildWealth. I'm back at it again. If this is your first time joining me, I'm here to share information and resources that can help you get started with building wealth. And before I begin, as always, I want to punch in my website so that way you'll know how to find me. If you got questions about what the Build Wealth movement is about, how I plan on disrupting generational poverty, the website is where it's at. It'll give you all the details and information about how I do what I do. And if you need some help, hit the contact us information part at the bottom, and I'll follow up with you as soon as I can. So this session is entitled Credit Cards Are Your Friends. And I wanted to come on here really quickly and talk about credit cards because I'm continuing to talk to people who they're very negative about credit cards. And real talk, credit cards can be one of the greatest things in life if you use them effectively. I've talked about this a lot, and I guess I got to keep stressing the point simply because people are just afraid to use credit cards. And I get it. If you have a lot of debt, you're just uncomfortable with having more debt. But if you are already disciplined in paying your bills, why not use your credit card and get rewards? So I'll give you an example. I got a client who makes a lot of money, and they've had some debt, and they've gotten rid of the credit card debt, still have a student loan. But when I was like, why don't you use your credit card? He said, well, I'm just a little nervous about maintaining a balance. And I was like, bruh, you make $200,000 a year. I think you can probably pay off your credit card bill every 30 days. And he was like, he gets anxious around using his credit cards. And he makes $200,000 a year. It's one of my good tech clients. And I'm like, dude, you could be racking up so many points if you just transfer some of your spending. So he was spending roughly, let's call it $4,000 a month. And I was like, if you could take that spending and stop using your debit card, which gives you no benefit, aside from maybe going to the ATM and getting cash, your debit card is pretty useless. And yet people continue to spend money and use a debit card for this fear or anxiety around having a balance on a credit card. And again, this client makes $200,000 a year. So the money ain't the problem. It's the way he thinks about money. So here's a real life example of somebody who's afraid to use credit cards who could be killing the rewards points game. He could be killing it. But he's so afraid to use his credit card just because of his past. He ain't broke no more. But what I also hear is people's families, like people who aren't good with money, will tell you their credit cards are bad. And those people are foolish. Credit cards are really good if you use them effectively, if you're disciplined, if you can just pay for something. Submit the payment right after the payment. Like as soon as your transaction goes through, do you know you don't have to wait until your credit card billing cycle ends to make a payment? Your bank or credit union will gladly take a payment as soon as the expense clears. And here's another fun fact you may not have known. Let's say you get very, very responsible and you overpay on your credit card bill. So all that will come up, and this is like a good thing, you'll actually have a negative balance. Like a negative balance means if you overpay by $100, the next month you got $100 you can spend and you won't have to make a payment. So what I try to get people to do is think about the credit card that suits your needs. So if you're new to this kind of credit card rewards lifestyle, wealthy people and responsible people financially have been doing this for years. It's nothing new. Just go to bankrate.com, do a search, go to nerdwallet.com, do a search. Again, find the card that gets you the rewards that speak to you. Maybe it's cash back, maybe it's flight miles, maybe it's hotel. I don't care what it is, but you can go search. And when you do these searches, here's the cool thing. Because people always ask this question, always comes up. Well, which card should I pick? Well, go read. They will tell you If you are like in a category, let's say your credit's good but not great, it'll say that shit on the description. It'll tell you who should be applying for these cards. It's not brain surgery. We're just so damn afraid to try this thing out because what we've been told, people are perpetuating bullshit, especially when it comes to credit cards. All I use is credit cards. All I use. I do not use my debit card except on the occasional time that I need to get cash out of the ATM. Aside from that, your debit card is useless. So for the life of me, please, if you are already like paying for food, and whether this is groceries or ordering food, I don't care. You already were going to spend the money. How about you spend it on a credit card and then pay off that balance and get those rewards? Now, I know somebody's thinking, well, I'm terrible with like money management and, you know, I've already got a lot of debt. Why would I do this? I might find myself into a bigger hole. Well, that's what you want to call me. Let me coach your ass to greatness because, again, if you're using a debit card right now, something wrong with you. Like, I need you to just stop. If you can afford to pay your bills on time and you've been doing it, you've already gotten past the first step. You can pay things on time. So when you do that transaction at the grocery store, at the corner store, if you're just, you know, shopping on Amazon, like a lot of us have these debit cards that are already pre-populated on a lot of our online platforms. Go online and change that shit. Like, you need to get off of this using your debit card because it offers you no benefits. Zero benefits. Zero. I'm out here getting points and rewards. I can't wait till the pandemic's over because me and my lady, we find first class all the time. You know why? Because I got points. She got points. Y'all out here paying for flights and excursions with debit cards and getting nothing. If you were already going to pay cash and you had the money, you just got to make that little shift. You shift the payment from your debit card to the credit card and maximize all the rewards. Now, again, it's the person who can be disciplined. If you have no discipline, I still want you to do it. I want you to see the benefits of where all this spending can get you. I'm not the only one who preaches this. There are plenty of people who preach this message of using credit cards only, paying off the bill in full, and never having to worry about interest charges. Because that's always the other factor. Well, what if I hold the balance every month? The idea is your ass should pay off the bill in full. And you do not have to wait until the billing cycle closes. If you go to the store today and make a purchase, as soon as that payment clears, like it's no longer saying pending when you look at it online, you can make a payment. Just so you know, you don't have to wait. And here's another fun fact that a lot of people do not understand. And I thought it was kind of like elementary, but I stopped judging people a long time ago. People just don't know. So when you get your credit card statement, you'll see a couple of things. You can make the minimum payment. That's what people do to kind of keep it, you know, they stay in good graces. You can do the statement balance, which means that's what it is. That's what you owe during that billing cycle, the statement balance. And then there's the current balance. So you got three different things. You got the minimum payment, the statement balance, and then the current balance. So when you get your, I guess say you get your alert, or if you still do paper statements, you actually only owe what's happened during that last statement. I'll give you an example. So if your statement, let's say your billing cycle closes tomorrow and you make some big purchase today for $1,000, or let's say $2,000, and billing cycle closes tomorrow. So on the statement balance, you're going to owe $2,000. But let's say you don't make the payment that quickly. And then let's say you use the card again for another $1,000. So now your total balance is $3,000. That's what it's going to show when you look at it online or on your app. It's going to say current balance $3,000, statement balance $2,000. All you owe is the statement balance. And if you pay that off on time, you never have to worry about interest charges. So I'm going to give y'all a little challenge. Go out and ask your friends a question. And you're going to have success at this. You go out and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting a credit card. What should I consider first? The overwhelming majority of people will say, what's the APR? And when they say that, you can say you need to call Mr. BuildWealth today. They need to become a client right now if they give you that answer. If that's the first thing they say, again, anybody you go ask, just say, I'm going to get a new credit card. What should I be mindful of? And I don't care how old, how educated, just know this test has proven, I've proven this thing right so many times, it's ridiculous. If they say, what's the APR as their very first response, you send them to me and say, you should go be a client of Mr. BuildWealth so he can give you the game. I'm dead serious. Like, just tell your friends, hey man, I'm thinking about getting a credit card. Most people will say, what's the APR? What's the interest rate? And when they say that, you say, I need you to call Mr. BuildWealth and set up an appointment. I'm so serious right now. Like, you have to think differently about credit cards, and they can be your best friend. I'm out here winning. I know a whole bunch of my clients are winning because once you get on this credit card lifestyle, you will not go back to using your debit card. Trust and believe. I only keep my debit card on me in case I need to go get cash. Aside from that, I got credit cards, which is also another reason why I love just carrying credit cards, for safety reasons. If somebody jacks me, great. Have my wallet. Just call the credit card company. I got jacked yesterday. Can you cancel those cards and send me new ones? I'm just saying, y'all, this is real shit that I share with my clients. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Share this video with the world, because I know some of your friends and family who, again, they may be very successful in life. They may be very or highly educated. But when it comes to this money game, I know what the hell I'm talking about. So try me if you want to. Tell me how it works out for you and all your friends and family. But we got to get on this credit card rewards lifestyle. And as long as we're disciplined, we will reap all the benefits. And there are no downsides if you can be responsible. So if you need help, holla at me. Mr. BuildWealth, this is what he does. I know I'm talking about myself in the third person. I am that good. And I'm tired of seeing us lose. And I'm tired of this shit that people are saying to us about, well, credit cards are bad. You should stay in cash. Yo, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Let's play the game the right way so we can all come up. If you aren't understanding anything that I'm talking about in this video, yo, hit my link, schedule a 15-minute phone call with me, make the investment, because I'm going to give you all your money's worth. And if you still got questions, holler at me. Go to my website, thebuildwealthmovement.com. Check out some of the articles on my blog section. Just let me know what I can do to help you. Because I'm continuing to talk to people who they haven't either received the memo or they've received the memo, but they're not internalizing the message. So however I can be of service to you on your journey to financial independence, financial greatness, let me know, because I am not going to stop on this mission to disrupt generational poverty. All right, y'all. I'll catch you next time.